Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the core game, about Minecraft itself. Now, you guys have obviously been working really hard on our next major update, and I'm sure people will be extremely excited to hear what we've been working on. So, what's the deal?
Yes, so we always try to find like what's a good theme to update next, and this is something that haven't been really improved a lot since its original implementation almost 7 years ago, actually more than 7 years ago. So the theme this time is going to be village and pillage.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's been almost like 7 years since you've done a dramatic change to the villages, I think, when I checked the Wikipedia recently. So it's pretty amazing we're finally doing that.
Yes.
Agnes, tell me a bit about what we're actually doing with the villages. How are we improving them?
We have done a lot of things, but one thing is that we're updating the architecture for all villages.
Cool. So the villages themselves will have different looks depending on the biome. That's right?
Yes, that's right. And I think...
Yeah, we have a... Yeah, we have a video to show off some of how that might work. That's absolutely awesome. So we can see the actual architecture of the villages is influenced by the area it's in, and the materials maybe, yeah.
Yes, yes. So all the architecture is adapted to the biome the village is in. So we try to only use material from that village, and we try to adapt to the climate. So you saw in the desert, the roofs are flat, because it never rains in Minecraft deserts. It makes a lot of sense, but for the plains, it's a bit steep roofs, for example.
Very cool, and we can share more on that soon as well. That's awesome. We've also been looking into the inhabitants of those villages themselves, right?
Yes, and they will get new fancy skins.
Okay, let's take a look at those. That's, we could have updated the sounds of the villages as well.
Oh, the sounds are amazing.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Oh yeah, so the skins are biome dependent, and they also get unique details depending on the profession. So yeah, there will be lots of different variations. And we also do other things to villagers and the village mechanics. For example, we I mean, we want the villagers to be more intelligent, so they will have like a schedule, going to the work, going to a meeting point and stuff like that, and we are updating the trading as well.
I mean, that sounds amazing. So basically, everything about the villages is going to have more life, feel more unique,
Yes.
and kind of more consistent from the villagers themselves to where they live and how they interact with the player. So
Yes.
that's awesome. So we've talked a lot about the villages. We've talked about these cool, nice features. But Jens, you said it was called the Village and Pillage update.
Yeah, exactly. And I should mention that one of our principles is that it's up for the player to build the world. So even though the villages will be more kind of intelligent and have more of their purpose regarding their profession, it's up to the player to make sure they have a good village to live in. And there's more reason for this now, because in addition to improving the villagers, we are also introducing raids. So it gets a little bit complicated, but we have villages, villagers, illagers, and now we're introducing the pillager.
Okay, cool. And we can take a quick look at what those guys get up to. That looks great.
Yes, so as you can see, the pillagers are wreaking havoc together with this new monster. And this thing is currently, we refer to it as the illager beast. It will join the raids and is really, really tough. So it's quite a challenge to take down.
It seemed to be smashing its way through the whole place there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so these raids will attack villages and you will have to defend against them. And I also want to say, like, the illager beast, if you have a name suggestion, I'm all ears. But we're kind of grown fond of just calling it the beast.
So do we know kind of why these pillagers are kind of doing what they're doing, or is that not quite decided yet?
It's one of the Minecraft mysteries.
Okay. Oh, I understand. I also noticed, the eagle eye in the viewers might have noticed, that they were wielding something that looked kind of powerful as well. What was that in their hands?
It was a crossbow.
Crossbows? Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about the crossbow. Is that replacing the bow, or?
No. They are kind of well balanced. So the crossbow is really powerful. It deals more damage, and the arrows goes further, but it takes longer to load. And
Okay.
it also comes with new enchantments. I just want to say that because it's cool.
Great. I think we can check that out as well. Show us the video of the crossbow. Very cool. And the crossbow, is that going to be similar to the trident, where you have to kind of discover it in the world? Or?
No, you can craft it.
Cool, so that's a crafted item.
Yes.
And say the kind of multi-shot thing there, that's how the enchantments work with the crossbow?
That's one of the enchantments, and we have fast load, and there are also another one.
More to come. Okay,
More
no
to come,
problem.
yes.
Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, this stuff all sounds absolutely amazing. Can you divulge when players are going to get these features?
So the Village and Pillage update will officially come out early next year, but we are in the Java snapshots. You will be able to try out some things in the experimental phase. We'll also release some features before the holidays.
Okay, some of those features or some...
No, so first of all, we're gonna introduce cats as their own mob instead of being ocelots.
Yes, so we thought that ocelots and cats are amazing, so they deserve to be their own mobs. And we have done lots of updates to the cats. So there will be stray cats walking around in the villages, and you can have them as a pet, and they can bring morning gifts. And also, the phantoms are really scared of cats.
What kind of gifts do the cats bring you, like diamonds and stuff?
Not really diamonds. This is a secret, but not diamonds.
Okay, cool.
More cat kind of gifts, you know.
And I can see here, so you've updated the... I mean, we used to have 3 cat skins, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to add more skins for the cats, and we thought it was funny to have 9 skins. And as you may know, one of the original skins, the tuxedo cat, was based on my wife's old cat, Newton. And you can see the big question mark here in the middle that we are going to ask the community to submit pictures for their cats and have kind of like a competition. So one community member is going to have their cat immortalized in Minecraft.
So they can get their real-life cat, then we're going to make it into a Minecraft cat, and that'll be the 9th cat skin in the game.
Exactly. So there will be more information about this, exactly how it's going to work on Minecraft.net in a few weeks.
Okay, that sounds amazing, and that's a pretty cool prize, I think. So we're getting cats before the cat update before holiday. Not the official name, by the way, but yeah, we're getting the cats. Is there anything else coming along with those?
Yes, we're adding scaffolding.
Scaffolding, one of the longest requested features, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember already back in Minecon Las Vegas, which was also 7 years ago, during the Minecraft Q&A, people requested scaffolding. So yeah, it took a little while, but finally.
It's 7 years, it's fine.
So how will the scaffolding work?
Yeah, I mean, the purpose is, of course, to make it easier to build, so we maybe not need all the weird dirt constructions to build anymore. So, for example, it will be really fast to climb up, and if you remove the bottom part of the scaffolding column, everything will break. So it's also really fast to remove it when you're done with your fancy building.
That sounds great. So it's giving players just opportunities to make builds quicker and easier and kind of get to the good stuff quicker.
Yes.
It's cool. And what's it going to be made out of? How do I craft scaffolding?
They are made of bamboo.
Ah, so a new item, a new block in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a new bamboo, so there will be like bamboo forests and stuff like that.
And what else do you use the bamboo for?
Well...
Adorable. So I think that's pretty obvious that we're bringing pandas to the game. Agnes, tell me a bit about those.
Yeah, I mean, like a big thing with pandas are that they are cute and they are a bit silly. And we also really wanted the players to connect to their pandas. So we thought that if we add like different like personalities or traits to them, you will feel like your panda is more unique. So we did that as well. So in the video you saw like there was a panda with red eyes. That's an aggressive panda. You should not hurt an aggressive panda.
Well, you shouldn't hurt any kind of panda. But...
Of course not. But don't hurt pandas. But the aggressive one will probably be a bit upset about it, extra upset about it.
And what other kind of traits can the pandas have?
They can be, for example, lazy and playful. And then, yeah, I heard rumors about one that actually is a brown panda. Very
Wow,
rare.
okay. That sounds amazing. I mean, what made you think to include pandas in the first place?
So when we have we essentially have like creative workshops when we try to list what we want to include in the next update. And since we have such a huge community in China with over 150 million registered players, we invited our partner NetEase to give us the feedback from the Chinese community and what they really wanted to see in the game. And obviously they picked the giant panda. And we sent our sound engineer Samuel to China to record the actual sounds from the actual pandas.
And we actually have a little, we documented that trip, so let's take a look at that.
Absolutely.
莫样非常重视中国的 Minecraft 玩家，在一次沟通中有提到是否把中国的特色生物加入到 Minecraft 中，而我们第一个想到的就是国宝大熊猫了。
We're at Chimelong Safari Park in Guangzhou, China, and we're here to record the sounds for the panda. Because the pandas are so protected in the wild and they're endangered, so this is the closest we get to their natural environment.
还有呢，它吃东西的时候，它比如像想跟我们饲养员要那个食物，就像竹笋啊、苹果那些，它想要吃到那个精饲料，就等于它就会有一种粘人的感觉，就粘着你。 然后一直，也是这样叫了。
What I think is interesting about pandas is that people think they are very, very quiet, but they have a variety of sounds. They have panting, bleating, and sort of squeaking. So I'd like to capture all of them and incorporate them in the game, of course.
我的世界中国版上线以来，受到了众多玩家的支持，而大熊猫是中国的国宝。我相信大熊猫的加入可以为中国玩家带来更多的亲切感和趣味，也能够让全世界的 Minecraft 的玩家和我们一起与美丽的、可爱的国宝进行互动，也一同享受探索世界的乐趣。
They're so cute. I'd really like to be able to speak panda like that guy in the middle of that video. We need to do the sound effects. Anyway, this all sounds completely amazing. I can't wait for us to get our hands on it. So just remind me again, Jens, when are we getting these things?
So yes, Village and Pillage will be out early next year. And for the holiday update, we'll have the cats, pandas, bamboo, and scaffolding.
And that'll be out even sooner. That's awesome.
Yes.